Ash, congratulations. You were really threatened there towards the finish. How good does it feel to be able to keep your nerve and to get the victory?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Marie was never going to go away. She's a proven champion and time again has proved that she'll fight until the very last point. So I knew that it was important to, in particular, that 4-3 game to try and get out of that service game. And yeah, I gave myself opportunities to go 5 love and I think 5-2 as well, and just couldn't quite execute. But was doing all the right things, but very happy to come through in the end.
Ash, what do you have to do different this time against Petra?
Win a couple more important points, I suppose. There was, nothing in it all in Sydney, so it's exciting that I get to have another chance at Petra straight away. Not often does that happen where you get to kind of have a replay against the same opponent, so really exciting, but really pumped to have another chance here.
Ash, some of us were a little bit surprised that the match wasn't in prime time tonight. Did you request a day match for today?
Oh, it's beautiful this time, playing at this time of day. Obviously, I love it when it's warm and when it's bouncy out there. And we were scheduled for this time of day, so it was good for both of us. But any time you can play on that court, doesn't matter what time of day, really.
Will you request a day game for your quarter final, or are you just whatever Tennis Australia throws at you?
It's just whatever we get. We're happy to play whenever.
Ash, do you think you would have won a match, I guess, under the circumstances of today, say even 12 months ago?
I mean, I wasn't in this opportunity, so it's kind of hard to say because I've obviously didn't give myself the chance to maybe have this opportunity. But we're so excited that we've been able to, play well throughout the whole summer. In particular, give myself a chance here to go deep, which is one of the ultimate goals for 2019 was to try and really get my teeth stuck into slams and try and get deep into the second week.
She looked quite frustrated when Maria took that extended break. What was going through your head at the time?
I mean, she's within the rules of the game. You can take a toilet break. You're allowed one toilet break per match. And I think she just went to the locker room as opposed to the one that was close to the court. But there's nothing that I can do. I just have to wait. And I know that she was playing by the rules that are in the rule book. So it didn't bother me at all. I was able to keep the ball rolling early in the third anyway.
Actually, were there any problems physically for you at all today?
No, I felt great. I think it was important for me to take the day yesterday to try and recover and get in as best shape as possible to make sure that I could perform today. But, the physios have worked their magic and I'm good to go.
You're an icon not only in Australia, but particularly among the Aboriginal community. What does your win, how you're doing in this tournament, mean to that community?
Oh, I think it's... I don't really think of that. I try and set a good example and try and be a good role model by my actions. And I know that my team are extremely proud of me. I know that the Indigenous community would be. Yvonne and Roger are. It's all really nice accolades to get. But when I'm out in the court, I'm just trying to fight as hard as I can for every single point and try and play the game in the right spirit and play as hard as I can, play fairly and give it a crack.
Actually, in the match, the first serve percentage, you were slightly behind, but in number of double faults, you were far ahead. Were you mindful of these two things coming neck to neck, these two facts?
Oh, yes and no. It's not something that I particularly focus on, obviously. I try and serve as little or as few double faults as possible. It's a free point for my opponent, and I know Maria went through a stage where she gave me a few free points consecutively, but look, I try and look after my own service games and then deal with whatever comes from their serve.
Ash, if you're happy to go into a little more detail about that final game, just because sitting in the stadium, the atmosphere was absolutely incredible, and when you served what everyone thought was that ace, and then it was the challenge and the double fault and missing other match points, how hard was it to stay calm in the moment and serve it out, given this was obviously the biggest match of your career, going for first slam, quarterfinal, the opponent at the other end? What was it like?
Yeah, the atmosphere was unbelievable. It really was. That first match point, my ears were ringing. But yeah, I think I missed, a couple of serves by a few millimetres and went for the wrong serve on a second serve on match point. But really happy to close it out in the end. And yeah, the crowd were unbelievable. I've never quite played in Rod Laver when it's been that full, I think. And especially against a champion like Maria, who's proven it time and time again that she can come back from any deficit. She's proven herself on the biggest stage is really pleasing.
Is it easy to stay calm?
Yeah. Oh, look, I felt like it was for me, it's obviously have to stay in the moment as best you can. It's impossible sometimes, but look, I knew that I had to just go up, try and hit my spots on serve, and trust the fact that I've done the work. My team and I know the plans that we wanted to try and play to, and when push comes to shove, try and execute that as best I can.
You mentioned the Brisbane Heat after the match. Do you think you'd be in this position if you didn't step away from tennis?
No, absolutely not. I think, I needed to take that time away, and I feel like I've come back a better person on and off the court, a better tennis player, for me, having that 18 months off was vital.
Ash, obviously a lot of attention on you that's only going to grow over the next couple of days. How do you kind of deal with that, and do you try and kind of stay away from it, or what do you do over the next kind of day or so?
I think for me, nothing really changes. We go through the exact same processes and the same routines that I would go through, whether it's a first round or a quarter final. I mean, it's exciting. There's no doubt about that. But I try not to look too much into it. I get to embrace and enjoy the fact that I'm playing in Australia, and I get to extend my summer a little bit longer and play in front of the best crowds in the world, and really try and enjoy it. But for me, my processes and routines don't change. I get to go out there and prepare for another match, and if I can execute and do the right things, it's a bonus.
It's very much always one match at a time, I know, Ash, but have you looked forward at all and seen how the draw is falling out for you in terms of your half, and also to who's still in, who's out? No,
I haven't.
Any other questions? Yep.
Ash, you're the first lady in 10 years to make the quarterfinals here at Melbourne Park an Australian. Can you just explain how you feel about that, and if it's something that you ever imagine happening?
Yeah, it's just so exciting. These are the moments we train and we practice and we prepare for. And sitting down with my team late last year, it was one of the goals that we set out, that we wanted to go deep into slams. And I felt like that was the next step for me. And it's amazing that it's happened in Australia and is happening in Australia. And I've given myself the opportunity and the chance to play in front of the best crowd in the world on one of the best courts in the world in my home slam. There's absolutely nothing better.
Ash, you played differently than any of the other girls, most of the other girls. Have you ever watched yourself play? Do you on television recording and say wow to some of the shots? And also, can you say how you've improved as a player from, say, 18 months ago?
Yeah, I think every single player is different. Yes, there are some similarities with game styles and things like that, but I think every single player is unique, and that's certainly what I love about the sport, is that I can go out there and play an Ash Barty style of tennis, and I know that no one else has that, and I get to enjoy it. And I don't really ever watch myself or watch too many of my matches over. I've been there and felt it firsthand, and some of my best memories are from shots that I've played or moments on the court, but it's not really something that I go back and look at. It's more enjoying the moment, and then getting to try and develop and create a fun kind of free game style that I like to play.
Ash, you just mentioned the Ash Barty style of tennis. How would you describe the Ash Barty style of tennis?
Oh, I think I love to play with freedom and fun and try and create as much variety as possible. Obviously, my game is built around my serve and forehand and bringing in variety with the slice, but there are no secrets in tennis. I think every day I try and challenge myself to add another string to my bow, in a sense, and try and become the complete player. I think that's my biggest goal.